Hello everybody, and once again welcome to our channel. This is the official YouTube channel for Global Stewards Clearing and Forwarding Company Limited. Now, Global Stewards Clearing and Forwarding Company Limited is Ghana's most efficient, most prominent, and most favorite, I should say, freight forwarding company, customs brokerage house, custom agency, and shipping and logistics company. Here at Global Stewards, we deliver good, optimum, and quality services regarding shipments of any kind, whether by air, by road, or by sea, from Ghana to any part of the world, as well as from any part of the world to Ghana, because we are highly connected and we have agents and partners across the globe. Wherever your goods needs to be shipped, we have agents, and then they can do that on our behalf. And then when they get to Ghana, we'll do the final clearance and the delivery to your final delivery place for you. Notably, we have about 95% retention rate. After doing this job for more than 17 years and counting, we are in the best position to be of good service to you and to meet all your shipping and logistics needs anytime, any soon. So contact us today. And when you contact us, like we have about 95% retention rate when it comes to client base or client retention, you too will be one of our satisfied customers or clients. And there's one thing you need to understand: we are never a success without you. So once again, we welcome you to this official channel. Today, continuing from our previous episode, today I want to give an overview of the various customs formalities or custom procedures that are done at the various entry and exit ports of Ghana, whether by air, by sea, by road, whether at the Tema port, the Takoradi port, or the Kotoka International Airport, and some courier outlets or postal services dotted across the length and breadth of Ghana. Usefully, it is important to note that when it comes to customs formalities, the practice and the modus operandi are by and large similar, or even more so the same. It's just that some appear quite faster than others, whilst one of them, which is the sea aspect of it, appears to delay a bit. But as things are moving out, things are changing. The government of the day is implementing a lot of technological advancements aimed at making clearance at the various ports more convenient and time saving measures for all of us. My name is Jonas. I'm the manager extraordinaire at Global Stewards Clearing and Forwarding Company Limited. Today, I want to give you an overview of how clearing is done at the various ports in Ghana or in the country. After shipping your goods, after air freighting your goods from wherever you are or your supplier is across the globe, I told you in the previous episode that you need to get for yourself a tax identification number, which is a unique reference number for taxation and other valid public policy reason purposes. That is why the government of Ghana is giving people tax identification numbers, without which you cannot do import or export transactions. So you have your tax identification number. Then the next thing is that you give your shipping document to your chosen, assigned, or appointed freight forwarder, custom house agency, or customs brokerage firm, logistics firm, which you have appointed. Let us say that you have given your documents to us, Global Stewards Clearing and Forwarding Company Limited. What then do we do? When we receive your document, if it is by sea, we will need from you a detailed packing list, a commercial invoice, and a bill of lading. If the goods so imported are by air or is by air, we will need an airway bill, a commercial invoice, and a packing list. These are the three essential documents that we need to process your goods and get it delivered to your final destination. Of course, there are other annexed documents or attached documents that may be required depending on the nature and the stature of the goods. For example, if you are importing pharmaceutical products, we will need to visit the Food and Drugs authorities. If you are importing food and beverages, you will need to visit the Food and Drugs Authority, and then they will vet our documents, make sure everything is in line and in place, and then based on that they'll give us the permit to clear the goods. So we have received your documents. We will first and foremost process your document and submit same to the customs authorities in Ghana. When the customs authorities receive your documents, let us say you have a 1x40 footer new refrigerators from Thailand. When customs authorities in Ghana receive your document, the first thing they do is to conduct a verification process. What they do is that they may use their internal mechanisms to authenticate or verify whether the imported items or the values you have placed on your items are correct. They have their own internal mechanisms. Or where things are a bit hazy or sketchy, what the customs authorities will do is that they will contact your supplier from Thailand or the customs authorities in Thailand and verify whether the values you have submitted to them are accurate and correct. When customs does that, then they'll know who's telling the truth. They'll know whether you're telling the truth or not. And it is important to note and state here and now that customs reserve the right to either uplift the values on invoices, or sometimes they can use their discretion to allow you to walk through the system, but they will get you at the end of the tunnel and then penalize you for that. What I mean is that sometimes, let's say an importer or his agent knows that the cost of this 20-footer container is about $35,000. You want to avoid paying the right amounts of duty, and so what people usually do is that they undercut, they undervalue, they invoice. Customs may allow instead of quoting $35,000, you may quote $18,000. Customs may allow you to pay the duty on $18,000, but will flag your document in their system that the examination, they will notify the examination officer in the internal remarks column, and then they will make sure that the difference that ought to be paid is paid plus a pecuniary penalty. Sometimes it is 50%, sometimes it is 100%, other times it is 150%, and the highest is about 300 percentage points. So let's say you have to pay a duty of around 10,000 Ghana cedis. You undervalue, you undercut, and then you end up paying 5,600. Massa, you are left with about 4,400 Ghana cedis to pay. Customs may allow you to pay the 5,600, all right, but will flag your document in the system or your container in the system for further clarification, further assessment to be done on your shipment. When it is found out that you should have paid 10,000 but you ended up paying 5,600, customs will let you pay the difference of 4,400 plus a penalty. So it is always advisable to be clear and upfront with the customs authorities, because more than half the time customs authorities are right. They know what they do. Sometimes when you meet a good officer, he or she may allow things to slide, but for most often than not, they will do the right thing and ensure that state revenues are gotten or are accrued. After verifying the authenticity or the veracity of your document or of our document, customs will then profile your goods so imported. Sometimes items are classified into high risk commodities, medium risk commodities, or low risk or least risk commodities. There are three different systems of customs profiling. When your goods are given a red flag, what it means is that your goods are high risk commodities, high risk goods, high risk shipments. Usually for assorted items, usually for personal effects, usually for items that are more than 5 items, for a container that has more than 5 line items, or even up to 100, up to 1,000. Customs usually have this suspicion that importers and their agents may want to under-declare, may want to under-invoice, may want to to create a shortcut or a short-day deal. And so customs would want to do a further assessment to be double sure that the right things have been declared and then the right duties have been paid. So for such goods, like personal effects, like assorted items, like supermarket items, customs would want to do a proper due diligence. Some items which are homogeneous and uniform in nature, like a one-line item, let's say a 1 by 40 footer container containing, let's say, chicken, only chicken. Customs will only scan the container and see that the images so presented after the scan reflect what has been captured in the invoice. Sometimes others too are flagged green, meaning that when they are flagged green, it means that the risk associated with them is very, very minimal, and more often than not enough examination is done on your goods. So these are the three main, as it were, regimes or profiling: green, yellow, and red. The red is the highest one. The medium one is the yellow, and then the green is for minimal risk goods, usually for one-line items, part shipment, part containers, and stuff like that. After doing this, then customs will then value your goods. How does customs value goods? Notably, there are a lot of international commercial terms that are applied, but the standard as adopted by Ghana over the years for more than 40 years now is the cost, insurance, and then the freight method of Incoterm. When we talk about the CIF, it means the cost, the insurance, and then the freight. This is what Ghana has been practicing since time immemorial. What customs will do is that they will assess your goods based on how much you bought your goods or you claim to have bought the goods. Then they will consider the cost of shipping your goods to Ghana. Based on that, they will add the cost of your goods, the cost of freighting your goods to Ghana, and then they will multiply it by not more than 2% of what is termed as insurance, which will give customs the cost, the insurance, and then the freight. So your goods cost, let's say, $10,000. The cost of freighting it into Ghana is, let's say, $4,200. So the cost and the freight is $14,200. So customs will strike up to 2% of $14,200, and then we'll get the insurance component of it, which will make it the cost, the insurance, and then the freight. So plus or minus, the total goods cost $15,000. What customs will then do is that they will multiply the $15,000 by the local and the prevailing exchange rate for the week. Notably, understand one thing, that every week the Bank of Ghana issues a new or updates the public with the exchange rate of the various international currencies for the week. So let's say if this week the exchange rate of $1 is equal to 7 cedis 50 pesos, the customs will multiply the $15,000 of your cost, insurance, and the freight by 7.5, and then we should get the total amount in national currency, which is the Ghana cedi. And usefully understand that some items are 0% rated, some items are 5% rated, some items are 20% rated. Based on the HS coding of your goods, customs will apply the duty rate as should be the case. If, let's say, you are importing an A4 sheet of paper from Thailand, from Turkey, from India, the import duty rate on it is 20%. So in this case, customs will apply 20% on it. Other items attract 10%. So I'm not here to, maybe later on in our subsequent edition, we will explain HS coding and how duty rates are affected. But for now, this